Julie Bishop, why on earth is it wrong for a country to expel a diplomat when that country has stolen identities to engage in murder?
Tim, there is no actual proof that the Israeli government forged the Australian passports, and there is no connection yet between forged passports and the assassination of the Hamas leader. In fact, the Dubai police investigation is ongoing.
Just assume for a moment that Australia did have proof, that it was absolutely dotted, I's dotted, T's crossed. What would you then say about expelling a diplomat in those circumstances?
I would call the Israeli government in and present them with the proof and then ask for their response. But the Australian government has not done that. I would ask for their response.
That's not expelling a diplomat, though, is it?
I may well, depending upon what their response is. I mean, Australia has expelled diplomats in the past.
What if they said sorry? If they said sorry, we, you know, yeah, okay, you got us there. You'd, what would you do?
Well, Tim, look at the consequences of expelling a diplomat. What's happening? It hasn't even rated a mention in the Israeli press, maybe one line, and Minister Smith has admitted that it's now going to be business as usual between Australia and Israel.
But aren't there consequences of not doing anything? I mean, isn't that the problem, that if we don't do anything, aren't we effectively putting our imprimatur on the theft of Australian identity?
Not at all. You would reprimand, you would chastise, you would ask them not to do it again, but it would be naive to think that Israel is the only country in the world that has used forged passports, including Australian passports, for security operations.
What, we do?
Yes.
We use, our intelligence agencies forge passports for use in foreign operations.
Our Australian passports have been used, I said Australian passports have been used by other countries. Has Australia forged passports before? You'll have to ask the Foreign Minister.
Well, what do you think? I mean, you've been in government before, you'd have a fair clue of these things.
I believe that it has occurred, but I wasn't the Foreign Minister at the time.
Would you sanction it? Would you suggest that an Australian agency should be able to forge foreign passports for use in their overseas intelligence work?
Tim, I think we're being very naive if we think that other countries do not use forged passports for their operations overseas. I think we're being very naive if that's the case.
Okay, let's not be naive. Let's be upfront and honest. Should Australian intelligence agencies be able to forge foreign passports to do their work?
There are many bilateral agreements between countries in relation to intelligence and security matters, and I'm not going to breach any confidences. I'm not going to breach any confidences of briefings I've had. But let me get back to the circumstances of this
Answer the question broadly, though. Should we be able to do it? Is it something Australian intelligence agencies should be able to engage in?
There are many matters that Australian intelligence agencies do in concert with other governments.
And you would sanction them forging passports for use in their overseas operations? I mean, that's the critical question.
Yeah, there are many things that governments do, including the Australian government, in concert in operations with other countries that would include the use of passports. But what I'm saying in relation,
you think that's a good idea?
All governments have. All governments have.